Hello everybody, welcome in. I decided to go back to doing my readings a little earlier in the day. I just realized it's just better to get them done a little earlier in the day. I don't know if you can tell, I'm kind of like not really feeling doing the reading, or I don't know, I'm not feeling like, I always feel like doing the readings, but I don't feel like excited to like put myself out there. I'm not feeling kindly towards my audience, whereas I was. I do hope that if you're tuning in, if you're listening, I hope you are getting something out of this. I hope to be of service to you, right? But I guess I'm really just doing this because I'm like, I don't know. I said I was going to do them every day. Like, I do, like, if I'm going to record, because I am passionate about my tarot and oracle, and it really is, like, one of my favorite things to do. So, I would do this anyway, and I'm deciding to film it, because I just said I would do it for 365 days, so I'm just kind of, like, sticking to the task. All right, let's turn the bat signal on. So everyone, the bat signal is active. All right, so anyway, I'm just let's just jump in. I don't need to explain myself, but I am going back to doing it earlier in the day. That way I don't have it hanging over my head all day. All right, so let's do the prayer. So I invited my higher self to be here with me for the next 24 hours. Thank you, higher self, for being here with me. Thank you for being a friend. And thank you for putting me in front of the people who I need in the next 24 hours. And thank you for putting the people who need me in front of me in the next 24 hours. That includes 3D, 4D, 5D, and social media. Thank you. All right, so now is the time to put in your special prayer request with the Most High. Right? All right, thank you, Most High, for hearing our prayer. And thank you for redirecting us if we need redirection. Today is, let's see, what is the date? Sorry, I'm improvising a little bit. But today is October 5th. Wonderful. I love October. And I just have to remind myself to just slow down and enjoy the process. Maybe that's something you need to remind yourself of. I always need to remind myself to slow down and enjoy the process. Life is meant to be experienced and felt. So, like, I feel like part of the reason I'm sort of like not feeling doing these live readings as much anymore, and I'm not feeling kindly toward my audience, is because I've like, it's almost become like an obligation or like something I have to do because, I said I was going to do it, and, I want the world to see, I am in a sense doing these lives. Well, one, because it's, it's a lot easier when I'm working from my iPhone, so it takes up a lot less digital space to do the lives. So there's a practical reason, but it's also like I am working directly with the technology, yes. And yes, I hope to be of service to you. That's something I ask for and pray for when it comes to my readings. But, ultimately, I'm doing it really just for me. I'm doing it, because it feels fun for me, it's like an exciting area that I get to explore. So, it's like, but when I have it as like an obligation, or it's like something I have to do, it's like, oh God, it can start to feel like a task instead of like a process, which I really enjoy. So I'm just reminding myself to just drop into the process that I really enjoy. All right, I invite in the ancestors to be here with us the next 24 hours. Thank you, ancestors, for being here with us. Thank you for walking with us on the path. Thank you for teaching us what we need to know. Thank you for being open and receptive to, our knowledge as well that we have to impart to you. And I invite in any unconditionally loving spirit guides that want to be here with us for the next 24 hours. Thank you for being here with us. And finally, I invite in our guardian angels to be here with us for the next 24 hours. Thank you, guardian angels, for being here with us. And thank you for keeping us safe, healthy, and sane for the next 24 hours, okay? So, hold on. Let me just write down... All right. Bear with me right now. Sorry about this. Forgot to do this before my meeting. Let's see. I write down like 3 intentions that I want to manifest through like doing my reading. So I have 3D soul family support. How about enjoying the process? How about clarity, truth, and commitment to others, and service to the human collective at large. Okay. Those are 3 good ones. So, if you want to do that too, might be a good time to write your intention. Okay, so let's just jump in. Let's start with the tarot, my favorite. All right, so what is the overall theme of this day? This is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, is good. I am doing this reading on October 5th, 2025. This is a Sunday. It's a very nice day out. I was like walking around earlier, and I have had, you can see with this light, we'll change this light, but I have red hair. I'm a natural redhead. I've never dyed my hair. My hair changes color every time. But actually, I met this lady who works at this store down the street from me, and I just bought there was a few there was some kind of it wasn't really vintage. It was more like thrift, but it was some high quality thrift items that I picked up. But anyway, so she had kind of white hair, but she was a redhead. She had been a redhead, and she had this old framed photo of her when she was younger. And anyway, so we had the redhead connection, and her hair is basically white now, but anyway, so it's just we bonded. We had a special redhead connection, and then I actually bonded with another redhead on TikTok. Randomly it was a redhead who showed up in my feed. So I'm having a soul. So all redheads. It's funny. My mom, when we were growing up, she had this book by this great photographer. I can't remember his name, Joel or something. But he had this book, Redheads, and remember I read the introduction. And my mom is not a redhead. I'm the only redhead in my immediate family, but my aunt and uncle have red hair. And anyway, but in my immediate family, I'm the only redhead. But she had this redhead book, and it was funny. I remember I read the introduction, and it was all redheads have a spiritual bond, and it is true. It's kind of we do anyway. It's fun when sometimes, and then some other times it's okay, there's not enough room for 2 redheads up in this joint right now. Sometimes it's that way, but okay, so we have the 2 of Cups coming up. So this is the romantic partnership card. And so, all right, I'll take it. I love it when the theme is romance. So the theme of this 24-hour period is romance. and this is upright. I used reversals here, so this is like the coming together, the conjunction of two people coming together in, you know, and being good for each other, being compatible with each other, you know, coming together in a romantic partnership, okay? It's like the feeling of meeting your other half, that kind of feeling, okay? So, you know, it could, and it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be platonic. It could be any, it could be agape. It could be fraternity. It could be, you know, brotherhood, sisterhood, familia, family. Or it could be romantic. It could be eros, you know. Eros. Okay, so let's clarify this Two of Cups theme of this 24-hour period. Let's clarify this Two of Cups theme. This romantic, this Two of Cups type of Sunday. I like that. This Two of Cups type of 24 hours. All right. Let's clarify that. Okay. We got the Three of Cups. So I'm going to just read from the book from this. I'm going to just take the straight book learning. It's upright. As you can see, I use reversals because, let's just see what the book has to say about this, okay? We're doing this deck by the book for the Three of Cups. All right, let's see. Oh, my nose itches. Okay. All right, so we have, for some, this card reflects a windfall from the work done on a creative project. More important than the money received is the satisfaction felt in your heart. Your work has made a positive impact on humanity, and that's why you've been rewarded. For love readings, you can almost hear the Hallelujah chorus when you pull the Three of Cups. Related to another card of the major arcana called the Empress, which represents creation and fertility, this card appears when you've created your own luck in love. In tarot tradition, when the Three of Cups appears, there's a cause of celebration, joy, wealth, and peace are yours, reflecting great abundance and happiness. This is a feeling that will flourish in you and those close to you for quite a while. All right, so I actually like this. This is the traditional meaning of the Three of Cups. So it's like, so the traditional meaning of the Three of Cups and what it means is this reading is like, so you already have, or you're about to have, or you're already in the feeling state of being like the Two of Cups on steroids. So what the Two of Cups on steroids means is like, not only do you have this romantic partnership, platonic partnership, whatever, that's highly compatible and that's like, you know, very well, perhaps your life partner relationship, you know, or just someone you're going to have a long-term relationship if it's not your life partner. Like, you know, a friend who's going to be your friend, you know, till the end. You know, you're a family member relationship that, you know, makes you feel like, oh, now I know what it feels like to have family. Now I know what the meaning of family is. Like, not only are you going to have that relationship, but it's going to feel really good. It's going to be like, hallelujah. It's going to like, this is kind of like what I was talking about earlier with, instead of just like doing my live readings as like another task I need to check off my day, like really to sink into it and enjoy the process. So like the Three of Cups is like really represents the feeling of really sinking in and enjoying the process. So not only are you going to have this great partnership, it's also going to feel really amazing, like hallelujah, like celebration, like the type of emotional state that is like for some reason I'm thinking like Better Than Ezra. That's a band. I don't know, that might be coming up for you, but it's like, it's an emotional state that yes, you're gonna crash from. It's like the honeymoon period, okay? So just know that, you know, we need to live life to the fullest. That means like when we feel really good, when we feel really excited, when we're having those really good feelings, just be in it fully. Let yourself reach the high, you know? But just realize that it's actually a form of abuse to expect yourself to feel that way all the time, okay? So just know that, like, you're gonna, like, feel the high of this great, you know, emotions that this partnership make you feel, but just know that you're not always gonna feel that way. Like, you're gonna kind of have a come down period from that too. It's kind of like, you know, people refer to like the honeymoon period, and then they refer to the honeymoon period being over. It's like that kind of feeling. So, but just know that just because you're gonna feel really great about something, just know that yes, there may be a little bit of a crash, but it doesn't have to be a crash and burn. It can just be like a crash and nap, you know, or like a crash and okay, I'm gonna focus on something else for a little bit, like, you know. Okay, I'm in this romantic partnership that makes me feel like I'm, you know, at the top of the world. Okay, but now I need to go to work today, you know. And yes, it's not going to feel as amazing as it would be if I was spending time with that person, but okay, like I need to do my live tarot reading, or I need to read my book for a little bit. I need to do my exercise, like sort of like just accepting that, yes, it's amazing to feel like the amazingness of a relationship that really makes you happy, but just know that it's like, just don't expect yourself to have to feel that way all the time. Just know that, you know, there's peaks and valleys, and yes, you're going to peak again, but in between there's going to be valleys, if that makes sense, okay? All right, so let's clarify the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups. Let's clarify that for this overall theme of this 24-hour period. Okay. All right. The Knight of Voices. Okay. The Knight of Voices is like my Knight of Chaos. Oh my god, I just love these cards. Aren't these cards really cool? I just love them. But it's just so cool. I love the Pegasus. Actually, you know what? I'll probably do that later. I'm like reading my book aloud on YouTube, or not YouTube, wherever, X, Twitter, on lives, but I love this. This is a cool card. All right, what are the top 3 thoughts? Wow. So, freedom and power are coming very strongly through this. So, like, if you've been feeling imprisoned in your life, well, you know what? Your divine partner, your Two of Cups person who's coming in is here to liberate you, all right? And life is going to feel fun and amazing. It's going to be like hallelujah, okay? So just know that is coming in quickly for you on the wings of the Pegasus, okay? So, liberation. Your liberation is here. And this is like liberation through bliss. This is like Satchidananda. Satchidananda liberation. So Satchidananda, oh god, what does Satchidananda mean? Hold on, I'll look it up and put it in the description, but it's something bliss, something, so Satchidananda was like, he was like I think he was like a yoga guru. Anyway, he opened at Woodstock. But, so, like, if you think about, like, what happened at Woodstock in 1969, like, the amazing music and, like, the peace, love, and music or whatever, the sort of like consciousness revolution that Woodstock was, that's like what this relationship coming into your life is going to, it's going to like free you from like whatever has been keeping you imprisoned, okay, keeping you stuck, and you're going to be feeling that, the Satchidananda, okay, instead. So, it's okay. It's okay to feel excited, okay? It's okay to feel excited. Like, and it's also okay to feel like, to feel like the other shoe's about to drop. Like, it's okay to feel that way too. It's okay to feel like, you know, it's okay to feel like, oh my God, well, life always disappoints me, so I know I'm just going to be disappointed again. Okay, but just know that that's not going to be the case this time. Like, life is about to... There we go, sorry. Life is about to shock you with a happy surprise. Okay, I'm going to hurry up because my phone's on low bat. Okay, so let's just keep clarifying that. Oh my God. Okay, we have the 9 of Wands reversed. So this card has come out like every day. So this just refers to like that stuck energy that I was talking about the past couple of days of like pain and grief. If you've been in that stuck energy, well, your liberation is coming, okay? You're going to be forced into freedom. That's kind of the feeling now. It's like if you've gotten used to your cage and you stay in your comfort zone, well, you're going to be forced into your freedom, all right? So you might as well just enjoy it. Okay, you might as well just step into the joy and excitement and the hallelujah. All right, you might as well just step into the hallelujah, because if you don't step into it willingly, you're going to be pushed into it. Okay. It's like, I'm just reminded, hold on, so what's the overall karmic theme of this 24-hour period? And I'll say what I'm going to say, but what's the overall karmic theme? Okay, we have Saturn. It says the maturity that brings caution regarding limits imposed. All right, so that just, like I say this a lot. Don't do anything stupid, okay? Be smart, okay? Be smart in all and everything you do, okay? Be strategic, be smart. Use your strengths to your advantages, and hey, integrate and own your weaknesses and use those to your advantage too, okay? I am a big fan of, yes, use your strengths to your advantage, all right? And then first, integrate, then own your weaknesses, and then figure out how to use your weaknesses to your advantage also, all right? And remember, if something is truly and really good for me, it is also truly and really good for you. Okay, that's a very hard truth that people have a very hard time swallowing that truth, but because to really comprehend it, okay, you need to have experienced quite a bit, okay, of life. And if you have a hard time swallowing that truth, just know it's because you're just an amateur. You're a beginner, okay? And you're going to have to rely on the mercy of others, okay? Because that's where you're at. No shame there, but just realize your place on the totem pole, okay? Because the truth is that if something benefits me, it benefits you, okay? All right, we have resilience. Oh my God, I'm so happy this card came up, actually. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. I gotta get the book. It's in the room. Because I really like the description of this card. Okay. Hold on, I am gonna hurry up because my phone is dying. Hold on, resilience. Okay, so I do want to read this, but I'm gonna stop. There's one other story I want to tell. Okay, all right, resilience. I love this card. There might be a task you have to undertake that will be difficult, unpleasant, or inconvenient. It may affect other people's feelings, but you are obliged to first make sure that you are safe and provided for. When our physical needs are not met, elevating the mind and soul can sound impossible. Use your positive attitude and steady temperament to avoid focusing on feelings of guilt or doubt. Dealing with adversity makes us more resilient, and it does the same for others. We cannot shield our loved ones from difficulties, but we can be there to hold their hand and offer our understanding and empathy. You are making the right move. I am resilient. Tallyman power. Use this card when you need to stay sharp and clever. This is not a card to use for deceit, but it's about becoming mindfully cunning and finding a creative way to provide for your own needs. Imagine the clever fox, finding and learning the ways around the hunter traps. Look for ideas all around. I love that image. I love the way this guidebook was written. All right, so here's our quote from Frida Kahlo. Oh, we get the bat signal fell. Anyway, so I am just I wanted to tell this story. So I reminded, my mom and my brother and I, we went to Disney World when I was in kindergarten. Yeah, I think like the summer I got out of kindergarten or something. Or it might have been the summer before kindergarten, I can't remember. But, I remember I was such a, I remember I hated the fireworks every night. I would cry and scream when the fireworks, I hated fireworks when I was young. I was scared of them, and they made me very upset and unhappy. But I hated that about Disney World. But I remember we would be waiting in line. I didn't want to go on the scary rides. Okay, my brother was super into the scary rides. Okay, so this is the quote from Frida Kahlo. It says, "Your heart says, enjoy your unique beauty and adorn yourself with love." I love that. But anyway, I did not want to go on the scary rides. But my brother did, of course. And he was older than me, so he did go on them. But, okay, what part of our body do we need to connect with? What part of our body do we need to connect with? Oh, man, my nose is just... So, anyway. So, my brother, but I was too short to even qualify for a lot of the scary rides, which I was happy about. But then I remember there was one scary ride which I was tall enough to go on, Splash Mountain. And I remember I was so upset, and we were in line, and I was having a panic attack because I was actually I was one of those kids who actually had panic attacks when I was a kid. Anyway, but my mom had put me in therapy from a very young age, and I was able, by the time I was probably, by the time I was 13, by the time I was a teenager, I could manage my anxiety by myself without meds. And I had very specific anxieties, okay? But anyway, and I would have panic attacks. And I was having a panic attack in the line. All right, so the focus where we need so today for this 24-hour period, we need to focus on our third chakra. Oh, I like that. So the third chakra is right here. Beliefs and structure. The third chakra represents beliefs and structure. All right, what is the banned book of the next 24 hours? What is the banned book of the next 24 hours? So anyway, we were waiting in line for Splash Mountain. And I was I don't want to go. It's I'm so scared. I don't want to go. And I was really scared. And I was in fear mode. I was in panic, anxiety mode. And then as soon as we got on the ride, I had the time of my life on Splash Mountain. I had the absolute time of my life. I had the best time ever. And it was my favorite ride, and I loved it. So I'm just saying, that's the kind of vibe of the next 24 hours, okay? Oh my God, we're in line for Splash Mountain, and we're really scared because it's a scary ride, and we're just freaked out. But then as soon as we get on Splash Mountain, we have the absolute time of our lives, okay? And it's wonderful. So, that's the overall vibe of the next 24 hours, okay? All right, so what is the banned book? What is the banned book of the next 24 hours? Oh, the Page of Inkwells. The Page of Cups, yeah. All right, I have to hurry. I have to be fast because I don't want to run out of phone battery. Hold on. Page of Inkwells. Okay. The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky, written in 1999. It says, the page of inkwells tells you a bright new energy is coming into your life. It might take the form of new friends like Sam and Patrick who push you beyond your comfort zone, or it could show up as a stroke of inspiration. Ride the Wave, a unique coming-of-age novel that contrasts the beauty of life with its darkest moments. The Perks of Being a Wallflower has been banned for containing themes of sexual abuse, LGBTQIA+ relationships, drug use, and profanity. All right, so who is the cryptid guide? Who is the cryptid guide of this day? Who is the cryptid guide of this 24-hour period? Who is the cryptid guide? Okay. All right. Ooh, oh, I like this. Oh my God, is it a jackalope? Oh my God, stop. Okay, so this is probably like not okay, but one of my godmothers, Nancy, she got me a taxidermy jackalope that I used to have when I was a kid. This reminds me, the jackalope is like my legendary spirit animal, 100%. I am totally jackalope. So I'm hummingbird, axolotl, jackalope. Okay, so jackalope is our cryptid life. The elusive lettuce muncher of Utah's state parks. The southwest gateway to the obscure. Jackalope in Monument Valley. I watched them lock antlers. A survivor's tale. Oh my God. I just totally remembered that. All right, but we have to be fast. So if you have a jackalope story, please share. If you have a story about a jackalope. I had a taxidermy jackalope when I was growing up, and I was like obsessed with it. Okay. I used to like pet it and stuff because I didn't have any pets. Well, we had tropical fish, but we weren't a family that had any pets besides for our fish. But so I was like obsessed with my taxidermy jackalope. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway. Oh, thanks, Nancy. If you're out there listening. I had great godmothers growing up. Okay, so what is the romantic theme? What is the romantic theme of this 24-hour period? What is the romantic theme of this 24-hour period? Okay. The sun! That's been coming up a lot. Alright, so the sun is like... the sun... You know, we can always rely on the sun, okay? The sun rises every day. We can always, as earthlings, like... We need to just love and have so much gratitude for our sun, because we can always count on the sun to be there for us. Okay. So this is going to be a direct message from your special person to you. Okay. This is a direct message from your special person to you. Okay. All right. So we have. They say to you, I feel comfort and joy in your presence, and I feel appreciated for all of my hard work. It's so easy to relax when I'm with you. Very nice. Okay. And then just as an add-on message, so this is a direct message from your special person to you. This is a direct message from your special person to you. This is a direct message from your special person to you. This is a direct message from your special person to you. Okay. They say, your body may be away from me, but there is a window open from my heart to yours. Very beautiful. All right. Thank you for being here with me today. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to be doing these readings earlier in the day again. So just call on Batman if you need help between now